Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. David Jockers, and today we're talking about the top 9 nutrients for healthy teeth and gums. And so in our society today, we have an epidemic of people with cavities, with root canals, with having all sorts of periodontal sorts of disorders. And that is huge because that mouth is a gateway into the rest of the body. And if we're carrying infectious microbes and large amounts of microbial population in our mouth on a regular basis, it's definitely going to strain and just cause stress and load up our immune system and ultimately cause problems in our body. So let's jump into this topic. If you don't know me, my name's Dr. David Jockers. I'm a doctor of natural medicine. I have a clinic right outside of Atlanta, Exodus Health Center, where I help people overcome all sorts of chronic disorders. This is my beautiful wife, Angel, my little boys, David and Joshua. And so really the most important aspects of oral health that we've got to understand, number one, is microbial balance. So basically any mucous membrane or any moist surface of our body is going to have a lot of microbes. I mean, our skin has a lot of microbes. So moisture attracts even more. Our mouth is loaded with different microbes. And so these are bacteria, amoebas, yeast, all different types of things that are in there. But we've got to have a good balance, good symbiotic balance. We need adequate minerals in the diet. So if we're consuming a diet that does not have many minerals and maybe has a lot of anti-nutrients that pull minerals out of the body, things like phytic acids, which we find oftentimes in grains and legumes. And so if we have a lot of that in the diet, not enough minerals, then we're going to have problems with our oral health. We need proper calcium metabolism in the body. Most people are getting enough calcium, but we're not metabolizing it well. We're not getting it into the cells where it belongs. We need really good oral hygiene, of course, and we need to avoid the damaging foods that really cause inflammation in our mouth and cause problems in our body. So when we look at basically a tooth, right? The tooth, especially, if we've got some sort of issue, I mean, we always have all these things that are going on in and around our teeth and gums. We've got bacteria, we've got proteins, viruses, we've got food stuffs and different things like that that are all around our tooth. And we know that if there's infection that occurs and the bacteria are able to populate out of control in our mouth, that they can actually seep into the bloodstream because there's a lot of little tiny blood vessels that run up basically in our gums and up to our teeth. And so these bacteria can make their way into the bloodstream. And so we've got to understand is that bacteria and microorganisms are always trying to get into our bloodstream. And our body's trying to protect them from getting into the bloodstream. Because if they get into the bloodstream, it can signal, serious adverse activity in vital organs. And so it's the immune system's trying to do everything it can. So basically, if bacteria do seep in through the teeth into the bloodstream, the body's going to create a chronic inflammatory process, and that inflammation is going to affect a lot of tissue in the body. And so there's a lot of links between basically bacterial infections in the mouth and things like heart disease, kidney disease, diabetes, strokes, all different types of problems, cancer, a lot of different links with that. And so root canals are a common issue. So basically, if there is an infection, oftentimes the dentist will want to do a root canal. And during that root canal, as you can see in the narrative here, the inside of the tooth is cleaned and sealed. That sealing does not account for the thousands of side canals that branch off of each tooth. And so it's just a vast array of little tiny blood vessels that are branching off. And those microscopic channels, if they're left untouched, they make up the dead rotting nerves, and bacteria feed off of that dead tissue, and the waste leaks into the bloodstream. So these are things called endotoxins. And endotoxins signal more inflammation and basically cause stress on the body, which then weakens our overall immunity. And so there's a lot of links between root canals and this extra increase of endotoxin in our bloodstream, linking it to chronic pain, mood and anxiety and insomnia and different issues like that, digestive disorders, neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's, cancer. So there's a lot of people dealing with cancer. And oftentimes, and I know because as a functional medicine doctor working with them, One of the major adverse events that they've had is root canals that are a major contributor to this. Heart disease, a lot of links between periodontal disease, root canals, and heart disease as well. So top 9 nutrients, these are the things that we need to do. Obviously we need to follow a healing diet where we take out sugars and grains need to come out. We need to make sure that we are not consuming bad fats, things like corn oil, soybean oil, safflower, cottonseed oil, these vegetable oils. We need to make sure we're focusing on healthy fats, avocados, coconut oil, all kinds of good stuff like that. And we'll talk about that as we go on. And then healthy grass-fed animal products. I recommend a lower carbohydrate diet, more of like a ketogenic diet, or in general, just a low carb diet. Very important for good oral health. And these are the nutrients we really need to focus on. Vitamin D3, vitamin K2. Now, K1 is the blood clotter. K2 is all about calcium regulation and calcium metabolism. Very important for circulation and cardiovascular health. Very important for bone health and teeth and oral health. That's why it's at the top of the list there. Magnesium, vitamin C. Vitamin C helps our body create collagen, and collagen is the connective tissue in and around the gums and what holds the teeth in. And so it's super important there. Magnesium, really important for calcium metabolism. Bioflavonoids, really important for the whole process of reducing inflammation in the body and protecting the gums as well as the teeth from inflammation. Collagen or bone broth proteins, so we get the key amino acids to form collagen and connective tissue in our mouth. Omega-3 fatty acids for reducing inflammation. We need a lot of minerals, boron and molybdenum and all different types of things like that. Probiotics, so we have a good healthy gut, and really a healthy gut is important for overall microbial balance and diversity throughout our body, in our mouth, our sinuses, and also in our gut. So this is what I recommend for vitamin D. So especially if you have a lot of oral health issues, we have 2 different types on my website, but you definitely want a good vitamin D with K2. That's how I recommend getting your vitamin D, with a good K2 to really suck the calcium out of the bloodstream and put it into the bones where it belongs. Super important. So this right here, typically I'm recommending 1,000 international units per 25 pounds of body weight. That's typically what I recommend. And so this is a really potent K2 in this liquid. We also have a capsule form that has a little bit lower level of K2. And that's usually what I recommend for kind of maintenance doses. And then this is for a little bit more concentrated, especially when I've got people with osteoporosis, with tooth decay, and with heart disease. I'm usually using that product. Magnesium, super important for a number of different things. One of the most vital supplements and one of the most profound supplements that I have seen working with clients for the last 10 years is when we get a good, high quality, highly absorbable magnesium into their body, it just balances everything out. They just feel like they have a more resiliency to stress. They sleep better, just deeper, stronger, more restorative sleep. They have less pain in their body. They're more flexible and they feel better. That stress doesn't affect them in the same way, and they have more energy overall. So very, very important and very key for calcium metabolism and good bone health. Okay, let's talk about foods, some of the best foods. And these are foods that have things like magnesium in them. Sea vegetables. So that's going to be, all your different seaweeds, nori, kelp, different things like that. Super important. And so I always use a herb mix called Herbamare that has kelp in it. And so that's why I'm using that. So I can get these high quality minerals from sea vegetable. Also, I will consume a snack called Sea Snacks, which has sea vegetable in it as well. And it's really, really good. Tastes great. It's basically sea salt, sea vegetable, and olive oil. And that's it. And so it's really, really good. Great snack. Wild caught fish. So wild caught salmon, sardines, different things like that. Really good, full of minerals. Fermented foods. So kimchi, sauerkraut, pickles. I consume these on a regular basis. Dark green leafy vegetables. Avocados, one of the best foods. Rich and healthy fats, tons of trace minerals. Really good for healthy teeth. Pasture raised eggs. So getting good high quality eggs, super important. Pasture raised, so the chickens are actually eating grass, they're eating weeds, they're eating bugs, they're going to accumulate a lot more minerals than if they're in a, in a pen somewhere, just getting a genetically modified corn feed. Then they really have a mono diet. They're only consuming one thing, and it's devoid of key minerals, and so they're not getting the diversity that they need. The eggs aren't going to be as healthy. Pink salt, so I like Himalayan sea salt, Redmond's real salt. Those are really, really good ones. Bone broth or vegetable broth, so doing broths, so good for getting more minerals in the body. Olives, so olives and olive oil, really good. Grass-fed butter or ghee, grass-fed meats in general, really good things to be incorporating into your diet. I mean, I pretty much eat just about all of these things every single day. So this is like what I eat on a daily basis. So these types of things makes up my diet. And so I get tons of good minerals, which really helps my teeth. And I'm fortunate to have never had a cavity. And so just really taking good care of my body. Now, vitamin C is very important for collagen production. So how do we improve our vitamin C levels? Number one, avoid sugar. Sugar depletes magnesium, it depletes trace minerals, it depletes vitamin C. So if we are going to support our vitamin C levels, we've obviously got to avoid sugar, avoid things that turn into sugar quickly. We need to use a good high quality vitamin C supplement. That's a supplement I commonly recommend for people, is a very good high quality vitamin C supplement. Vitamin C rich foods as well. So lemons, as you can see there, are great. Lemons and limes. Let's see, dark green leafy vegetables are great. Bell peppers are really good vitamin C rich food as well. So getting those into your diet. Intermittent fasting. So believe it or not, actually doing some fasting. Like I'm doing this talk right now and it's late morning, 11:42 a.m. Eastern time here. And, basically I haven't eaten. I haven't eaten since 6 o'clock last night and just drank a lot of water. I've actually got lemon water right here in front of me. And so lemon, again, rich in vitamin C, bioflavonoids as well in the lemon. So fasting helps reduce oxidative stress on your body and helps improve your immune system. So your immune system is able to basically prevent against the microbial infection, so the bacterial infection in general in your mouth. And then you want to boost glutathione. So you can do supplements for glutathione like N-acetylcysteine, alpha lipoic acid, or like an acetylated form or a reduced form of glutathione or a liposomal form. All those things will help improve vitamin C levels in general. Exercise also, just good high quality exercise really helps support glutathione levels and support vitamin C. Now, the supplement I use is Super C. So when I have somebody that is dealing with cavities, with poor oral health, maybe they've had root canals, I always put them on Super C. And this is something I personally take every day. And so for maintenance, I will typically recommend 500 milligrams twice a day. For females, I recommend taking this with meals, unless I know they have high iron or high ferritin. With males, I recommend, because males typically run higher in iron, and vitamin C increases iron absorption. So I recommend taking it away from meals. Personally, I take this first thing in the morning and then before bed, and it helps me sleep better. I have more energy in the morning, just feel better. It helps basically modulate some of the adrenal hormones and works really good that way. And if somebody's battling with root canal, if they have root canals or if they've had chronic inflammation in their body, typically I'm doing something like 2 grams in the morning, 2 grams at night, and it works great for helping quiet that down. So that's the Super C. Now, omega-3 fatty acids, just so important for inflammation and the inflammasome in our body. So this genetic pathway that drives up and amplifies inflammation throughout the body. So you can see the levels that you want. So if you're eating a really, really, really good diet and you've been doing it for a long time, then really you just need about 500 to maybe a gram of EPA and DHA daily. If you want more high intensity support, then you're looking at 2 to 4 grams of high quality EPA and DHA. Now, If you go out and you get most fish oils, like if you go to most grocery stores and you get fish oil, number one, it's probably very low in EPA and DHA. Okay, it probably has more ALA, which is a small chain omega-3 that you can find in things like walnuts and green vegetables. You don't want to supplement with that, number one. Number two is it's probably rancid. You always want to look for some sort of professional grade or pharmaceutical grade omega-3 that's been third-party tested to ensure purity and effectiveness and is high in EPA and DHA. And so personally, I'm taking 2 grams a day of this high quality omega-3. I like Nordic Naturals. You can find those on my online store. Really, really good for oral health, but really overall bodily health. Bone broth. So bone broth is one of the most mineral-rich foods, full of collagen protein, and we need that collagen for connective tissue. And so I like making bone broth and making soups and stews, but I do not do this every day. However, what I do consume on a daily basis is our keto bone broth protein. So this is actually a ketogenic protein powder that's loaded with MCT oil. It's got adaptogenic herbs, all kinds of really powerful stuff in there. And it's fueled with bone broth protein. So it's got the collagen protein in here that really, really supports healthy teeth, gums, bones in general, healthy gut, healthy skin. So I love this. The chocolate's amazing. You do the vanilla. We also have a maple. So you can check that out on my online store. And hopefully this overall presentation has been really, really helpful for you guys. And if you want more, you want to go deeper, hey, I've got 2 great gifts for you. You can find them right on my website. It's my Digestion Energy Quick Start Guide, where I really go through exactly how to improve your digestion, your daily energy levels. That's a short read, maybe 5 minutes. You'll know exactly what to do. And my top 10 fat-burning dessert recipes. So check that out on drjockers.com. And guys, I'll see you on a future training. And you guys can always leave a comment. And I try to get to all the comments throughout the week as well to try to help support you guys. So bless you guys, and we'll talk later. Bye.